Hello and welcome back. I am Arumba. Thank you for joining me. Let's play some more Brandenburg into Prussia in Europa Universalis 4. Military leader has left us, Admiral Joachim. So the clergy is still pissed slightly. They have a little bit more land than they need. They're quite loyal, actually. We grant generalship with the nobility now. I think we should because I like having extra generals and I want to see what we get. Alright, we ended up with a 4-1-4, which is not great, considering shock value is still the most important part here. There's our Regency Council. Unfortunate. Our old monarch has decided to die a little too soon. Our heir is not quite ready to assume the role of monarch. Sabina will now be ruling our nation until our heir comes of age. Unlike with the Regency Council, we will still be able to declare wars. Thank the gods! So she's god-awful, but at the very least, for the next 7 years, we don't have the ruinous behavior of not being able to declare anything at all for some years, or 6 years in this case. And also, she's a scholar, so minus 5% tech costs, and I think that's going to apply to us right now, right? Yeah, nice. That's very good. Temporary little tech boost when we tech up in 2 years here. Saves us 5%. I was taking a look at the institutions, and I decided to bind coalition map mode and institutions together, because I use them about as often as I use the others. So, yeah, it looks like we're at 82% here on colonialism. Once one of these things pops, all the other ones in that sea tile should pop, and should move rapidly into the Helgoland Bight. I thought this used to say Blight. Maybe I just added the L out of nowhere. This is possible. Hey, dominance of the clergy is up to 78%, naturally. Still have our 2 siege guy. We still have a blockade in place. Unfortunately, only 1 siege progress after 180 days. Taking some time, basically. We're over the domain limit, or the force limit. Domain limit, jeez. I'm playing too many other games, apparently. Looks like our force limit came down by a tiny bit due to maybe... Is the autonomy growing in this province? Currently, estimate changes 0.15 each month due to the following: robber baron and seat of strong aristocrats, and we're not at peace. So yeah. Those two in combination is raising the autonomy in this province. It's owned by the clergy, which is okay. Let's see, are there any more provinces that we can give to the nobility? We could give them this one up here. If we give them this, they become not too influential, they become more loyal, and we gain some autonomy. Some force limit from autonomy in this province. So I like that idea. Let us do that. That should take us back up above 23, I'm hoping. Yep, 23.4. I'm not paying that extra over force limit cost of 0.5. A lot of money. Adds up. Well, there's not even going to be very much left of this guy. I might actually full annex him, so we probably don't need to be spying on him at all. But I'm going to get that siege speed up. Also, if we're going to take military tech, and we can spy now, let's go ahead and find out who has good military tech. We've got some nations already on tech 10, which is what? Is that the one that we're looking to do? Yes, good. Okay, I thought it was 2 again. I'm behind by 2 one more time. So on halt, your neighbor. The Teutons actually have tech 10, so never mind. Spying on the Teutons makes a lot of sense. Before we piece him out, we might want to just take this tech. Get our spy bonus. Brandenburgian spy network in the Teutons, minus 2.1%. Hey, that's 12 military points. We'll take it. Trade efficiency guy or spy network guy? Make a little bit of money from trade. I'm leaning toward the spy network guy. You have Tech 10 admin as well? Oh gosh. 6. Yikes. Who has admin Tech 10? No one does. Not yet. Okay, longest siege ever. More boats is nice. Try to get as many of those out as we can. Income coming up from trade. The great power of Poland has forced Kazan to break their alliance with Crimea. Oh, it's not uncertainty. I'm pretty sure we know exactly what's about to happen. Alright, again, before we take this tech, or before we peace out, we want to take advantage of the military tech 10 that he has, so I think we'll just sit and wait till January. Not a big deal. And in January we won't have the penalty. We can actually start the core and very quickly become... Ooh. Yeah, I want the prestige. Poland has just declared war upon Crimea. So he forced somebody to annul their alliance, the Golden Horde, and then I think he attacked Crimea. So it looks like you don't annul alliances with the target. You annul the alliances with the other people. You scare them out, and then you attack the target. It's going to be an interesting mechanic when we become a great power, which could happen fairly soon. If we actually get the next thing, get down to 0, 100% modifier, become a great power that way, it could happen. And if we take all of this land here, we're going to gain... I don't know if we could even handle that. It's going to be too much aggressive expansion, probably. Just keep on stacking that morale of armies. We have 4.5 land morale with negative 43 prestige. 4.59, excuse me. We don't need full maintenance right now. We also don't really need the forts on, but yeah, we can afford call for peace for 2 months. Not to mention we've got something that reduces it anyway. 9 months until dominance of the clergy kills us. We're gonna have to do something then. Go ahead and bring back a diplomat from... we'll wait till January 1st to come back from Poland. Did I just see that building a spy network actually gives us... no, okay. I thought it was saying like we get bonus spy detection against him by spying on him. But that doesn't make sense. Alright, so no ahead of time tech penalty. I'm gonna go ahead and take these techs because I want to form the next thing here. Now the real question is, do we want to take military tech 9, get the flanking range, and then these guys, which we're not even really using? Or, where the hell's my cannon, by the way? I know I built one. Ah, there he is. Okay. There she is. Crown her. She's fantabulous. So what I'm thinking is maybe we go ahead and we go for... Are we going to take stability at all? Get our church power. We take the idea thing. Do we want to take military tech 10 right now? Or do we want to just go straight into 2 offensive ideas? Get land leader shock, recruitment time. Land leader shock and recruitment time also gets us infantry combat, but yeah, it's just so much better. So I guess we didn't need to wait because we're not going to take the military tech. Oh well. There should be some other modifier, like the corruption modifier that these two give you should also apply to this one. I don't think you need to get like a bonus manpower recovery or anything like that, because that would be kind of nuts. But they said originally that being ahead on military tech is its own benefit. But kinda. I don't know. I actually feel like these ones with corruption mechanic make it. I'm far more interested usually in being ahead on the other one. Gotta get back below 0.5. So, I think we do take 1 stability. No, we need to save the admin points to core stuff. Let's take our military idea group. We're gonna take offensive. On the other hand, we could go battlefield commissions and get just stupid amounts of army tradition and morale, which sounds very fun too. Pips or morale and stuff. Yeah, that policy's so bad. Fort maintenance and fort defense, yuck. Versus leader siege pips. And just more pips altogether. Speed on siege, more force limit, more discipline. So like, force limit, discipline, awesome. Siege ability, awesome. That one's kind of okay. I mean, it could get us high enough. Maybe we'll actually finish this mission sometime this century. Pips are amazing. This one's pretty weak. The policy's pretty darn good. Whereas with defensive, we get this, which is great because we're Prussia, right? We're going to stack army tradition, which is fun. And then morale of armies does get nuts if you keep stacking it. This is a tough call. It's the toss-up between these two first things versus everything else. And I'm gonna go with offensive because of the policy, I think. We'll have to go defensive a little bit later. So we're gonna go ahead and just hold on before we do that. Let's take the religious thing. So we need just like one more month here to get our church influence above 100. We have no heretics right now, so we're not going to take that. We have no heretics right now, so we don't care about tolerance of heretics, but there's nothing to convert either. So we don't want the missionary strength. And same thing here, we don't want that one either. Okay, the only thing stopping us from forming Prussia now is that we have to own Königsberg and be at peace. So own it and core it, and then we can do this. Our government will change to Prussia. Government rank becomes kingdom. We gain 1 base tax in Kolberg. We get increased centralization. We become Prussian monarchy. Yes. National unrest -2, monthly war exhaustion -0.02, monthly war autonomy change -0.05. I think our current government, does it give? No, it gives no monthly autonomy change. Okay then, it is time to peace out. Is there anything else we can do to you with this spy network stuff we built up? No, not really. Can't really afford to do that. I think we can afford to do this. We take the coast because we get more naval force limit that way. Don't really care about Denmark, Riga, Livonians. And just call it good for now. Take all your money because we're the only participant. We get all the money. We'll take humiliate. We'll take war reps. All good. Nation of Mainz, your faithful allies requesting come to their aid in the Mainzian conquest of Koblenz. So we didn't lose very many men. We lost 7,200 to do that war. Changed their capital. It said they changed their capital to Danzig, but I'm 90% sure I conquered that. Weird. Alright, Mines. Mainz has declared a offensive war, the Mainzian conquest of Koblenz. Mainz is Catholic. He's not winning. Looks like nothing's actually even happened just yet. I don't really want to decline the call because I want to keep my prestige up, but that's an alliance that I don't think we want to keep in the future. We only have the alliance with Cologne and Mainz right now. Now, I had earned trust with Cologne before. I think dishonoring other calls is costing me trust with nations that I'm not even allied to. Yeah. So it's not good to be a dishonorable bastard, but it is what it is. Corruption's growing right now. We need to root out corruption a little bit harder to try to keep that thing below 0.05. Put on speed 3 for a second. Let's grab our transports. We have another fort, 5th fort. Immediately start coring Königsberg, because that's what we need to form Prussia. Can't afford to core Danzig yet, but soon. Which means that you do still exist, so we will fabricate a final claim on you and then stop. Okay, 1 more month needs to pass. We take our next religious thing. No longer valid. I mean, our power projection is, it's so easy to get it high when you are small. So ID cost minus 5% is definitely going to save us the most overall stuff. Next we'll go and we'll take as many of these ideas as we can knock out. So bayonet leaders, national conscripts, soon to be superior firepower. And we now have 50% infantry combat ability, which I believe is, without taking temporary modifiers into account, the highest you can possibly get your infantry combat ability in the game. With a temporary modifier like, fine troops or whatever it is, I think you can get another 5 or maybe it's 10%. 77 months to convert Danzig right now. Probably is going to get converted automatically by a religious center. I think in the past it didn't used to block you from converting. Like, you were allowed to try to convert a province that was already being converted, so... Okay. Disaster. 95%. Let's solve this issue. Looks like we're gonna have to revoke a province from them. One of the weaker ones, if at all possible. This one's got autonomy, this one's down to 25. Ugh, that one's at 44. Let's go ahead and revoke this. We're gonna have too little land, but they'll be loyal for a while. And the disaster will tick down. The nobility have more land than they need. Don't need their influence to be this high. This one's already at 25%. Might be time to pull back from George was here. Just to make them disloyal for a few months. Which is fine. That autonomy is down to 12.6. Pretty good. We're losing a little bit of money while I... You know, let's just... I wanna make this as quick as I can. Alright, it already is, in fact. But now we just need to go down to the point where we're not gaining. Stay below 0.5. Silesia wants an alliance. Well, we have 2 out of 4 relations right now. He is Protestant. Are you small enough that you would ever consider vassalization? Possibly, if we were to become much stronger. We have negative trust right now. The fact that you're our religion is a good reason to stay friends, I think. Savoy is 72 with no heir, and he's actually quite strong. Wants imperial authority in Italy. Waning imperial authority in Italy. I'm not the emperor anymore. Screw you. I wanted to use my alliance slots on people who hate Poland. I'm thinking Hungary would be a better option. He is allied to Muscovy and Bosnia. He's got no truces with anyone. And he's got Poland rivaled. So if there's a war that he's thinking about, it's probably against Poland. Possibly Bohemia, both of which would be fine with me. I don't particularly want to attack Austria. He wants, yeah, all of that land. How your claims look. He's prepared for all 3, so he could potentially pull us into a war. I'm going to go ahead and say yes to the alliance, though. I'm going to say no to Silesia, I think, for now. Because there's a chance I'm going to spend this relationship slot on Savoy. One of these days, I want to play a campaign where I actually am like, nice to my allies. And, like, try to build up trust. And make them long-term. Royal marriage with you. Gonna harm our legitimacy. We don't really need the royal marriage. And I don't feel like there's really much of a purpose to royal marriages unless you can actually get the union. Most of the time, the legitimacy hit that you take is, unfortunately, pretty costly. These now have their independence guaranteed by Bohemia. Okay, growing corruption. We've taken care of the clergy, so nothing to worry about there. Rebellion looks fine. Grab our, let's take George. I mean, he is the best. Can we get to the capital? Sadly, no. To move into bad terrain here. I don't even see his army. It's probably hanging out in the capital, right? Then he's going to march onto Koblenz. We do have our 1 cannon, so we got 3 siege bonus already. 2 from the leader, 1 from the cannon. And a traitor. Yeah, he's not going to march on me. Lose church power. Fine. Our land morale right now is at 4.7. It'd be cool if you could actually see how that compares against other nations, but like things that they probably wouldn't have that we do. We've got 100 power projection. A lot of nations wouldn't have that. We have 63 army tradition. I doubt many nations have that. We have the Protestant saints accept prayers. France would have something equivalent to army professionalism. They probably have Elan already. So yeah, they do. They have their plus 20%, but yeah, we still probably have higher morale than France does, which is really strong. We don't have any debts. We're still making money. Corruption is at less than 0.5. Let's maybe root out a tiny bit. Make that go in the right direction a little bit. Build buildings again. We need to start coring Danzig. We didn't have points for that earlier, now we do. Okay, we had the claim on Danzig. 0.13 there. We actually are to the point where I need to start trying to gain force limit. I think we're at the force limit for Navy right now. We're very close to it. But not quite. Let's get to the force limit and then we'll start trying to build some shipyards and stuff. I think that those are going to prove to be more valuable than trying to build some of the workshops. We'll see. Alright, very soon, as soon as the core is done in Königsberg, we're going to be able to form the Prussian monarchy. So that's going to be next episode, I think. For now, I am going to take a break here, and I look forward to seeing you again soon. See you in a bit.